Alright, so just received my tablet order. So let's see what we have inside. Right, so as you can see, this 10-inch tablet actually has a more of a widescreen form factor to it, which is very nice. Now, as we have a little look around, there's actually a screen protector on here, which is very nice because it very much saves me having to put one on. And as you can see, you have Windows 10 on here, and also Android and an Intel 64-bit quad-core processor. Now let's have a quick look on the back. So it's got a nice metallic finish to it. That's the camera there. I believe that's a 5-megapixel camera. On the side here we have a speaker. On the base here we just have some docks. There's also a magnetic connector there. This is the more interesting side of things because you get the micro USB slot where you can expand your memory. You've got a C connector there, or a micro USB connector. That's where the microphone is, and you also got a mini HDMI, and last but not least 3.5mm jack for headphones. Also have at the top here the power button and the volume rocker up and down. So let's hold this down and start this up. Okay, so let's spin this round. So on the boot we have the option of selecting Android or Windows. So I'm going to select Windows and then I'm going to press OK. Right, so here we go. Now we have a couple of features on here, a couple of shortcuts. That's for switching to Android. That's Edge, File Explorer, App Store, extra desktop. So it's all very much standard fare for Windows 10. All the usual features. I would suggest that you put an antivirus on this. It will come with Windows Defender, but again I would suggest that you put an antivirus on this. All the usual features that you would expect on Windows 10. All the tabs, all the customizable tabs, etc. Let's just see if we have anything useful. We have Office here, but that will be read-only mobile version of Office. Yeah, Excel mobile, so this is read-only, so it's not the full-blown Office suite by any means. These shortcuts don't need particularly stay here, it's up to you. There's exploring the PC, the recycle bin, the control panel, and as I say, if you wanted to switch over to your Android operating system. So if you long press things, it's the equivalent of a right mouse button click, where you can go into things and personalise your desktop, etc. So it's all fairly straightforward, and if you're using a desktop then you won't have any problems. A very shiny screen, so forgive the reflection, but it's got a very nice display on it. I must save this wallpaper to use on other devices. I rather like that. So it's got the standard Android fare. It's got the browser, file manager, gallery. It can listen to music, obviously the Play Store, sound recorder, things like that. So all very standard, and then your widgets, etc. as well, obviously. So on the actual operating system itself, it's 5.1, which is Lollipop. So the browser, as you can see, nice and quick, standard 5.1 browser. We don't have any Chinese apps on here or anything like that to uninstall, which is very good. The gallery, let's have a quick look again. This will be the standard gallery. There aren't any pictures in there itself. So let's just have a quick look at the camera. So here's the camera. So it's a 5 megapixel camera at the front, and I believe a 2 megapixel at the back. A little bit of a delay in between the focus and it being taken. I actually think the camera is very good for close proximity photos. You often get on an Android device, the device isn't very good at taking close photos, but that's actually really good. I'm ever so impressed with that. The display is very, very good. I'm ever so impressed with it actually. Very impressed. I'm going to press the power button, and that just in actual fact puts it into sleep mode. So if I unlock this, let's see, if I hold down the power button, it gives me the option to power off. There we go, switch to Windows, reboot, go into aeroplane mode or lock. Right, so just booted up into Windows 10 again. Now it does ask for a password on the login screen every time, which I'm not a great big fan of, so I'm actually going to disable that. And one way of doing that is to type NETPLWIZ and then run that command, and that gives you the option users must enter a username and password to use this computer. I'm going to turn that off because, as I say, I'm not a fan of that. And then I'm going to apply that, and then it is in actual fact going to ask me for my password, which I've now entered. And now whenever I boot up, that won't ask me for a password upon login. Now that's entirely up to you if you want to follow suit. I don't have issues, security issues, where I worry that somebody will have unauthorized access to this because it's a family tablet, but that's just a little tip. Now that will actually work all the way back past Windows 7 and beyond. Just to give you a brief comparison, I've got a Samsung Galaxy Tab here, which has been well used by the family, and then to compare actual size of the two devices, as you can see, this is a lot wider by some way of the actual Samsung Galaxy Tab.